Hi, I'm Sonja, and I help people take their power back. If you're interested in working one-on-one with me and want me to call you on your BS, my coaching information is in the description below. And I'm going to be going live through December, Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time if you want to come hang out and ask me your questions. And be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. In this video, I want to talk about something that keeps coming up. Keeps coming up, keeps coming up, keeps coming up. But will it actually work? And I kind of honestly don't know how to fucking ask that question. Ask that question, answer that question. I can ask it, but will it work? I don't know how to answer it. I really don't. You're the one watching manifestation content, looking for answers, wanting something in your life to change. But here you are looking at this and going, but will it work? Obviously not understanding what the fuck manifestation actually is. Because if you did, you would understand that it's always working. 24/7, just like gravity. Keep showing people gravity. Every time I drop this pen, guess what's gonna fucking happen? It's gonna fall to the ground. Every time. Every fucking time. That is why Neville called it a law. It is a law. Like gravity, it's always working. The experience you are having was perfectly manifested by you. And I know when you're in a shitty situation and you're new to this stuff, that is fucking hard to hear, but it's true. Your lack of faith, belief in the law is manifesting perfectly and is keeping you in a desperate cycle of wanting shit to change because you don't realize the way that you get shit to change is to change you and to change your perspective. This came specifically from a comment where somebody was asking me, well, what do I do? I've been affirming and now I'm getting the exact opposite and it's not working and I don't know what to do. And it's like, you have to persist, but will that actually work? For you, it won't. You want to know why? Because the law is working perfectly and you don't believe that it will. Because it's your beliefs, your dominant thoughts that manifest. Your beliefs are just the thoughts you think automatically. So they're definitely your dominant thoughts because you don't even think about thinking them. They just happen. Until you decide and understand that you're creating all of it, that you are God of your reality, because you are the only one who can choose to think about things, how they are happening or what is happening or about anything. It's all fucking you. It's not going to work. Because of you. And I'm not trying to sound like a bitch and I'm not trying to be fucking harsh. I'm just being honest. Because I'm kind of sick of this fucking question. But will it work? Not with that attitude it won't, because you don't think it will. Which proves it's working perfectly. Because it's working 24/7, 365. Always. It's always been working. This is what any religious text is trying to teach you. Humans have known this for thousands of years. It's how the world fucking works. You just haven't been aware of it and have been unconsciously functioning in the world. And that's why shit doesn't change, because you don't. And I've spoken on this before. Until you decide that you believe in the law, that you believe in manifestation, that you're really good at it and it always works for you, those thoughts of, well, is it real? And I don't know. And what if it doesn't work? And are manifesting perfectly. It's a reflection of your dominant thoughts, what you tell yourself the most, what you believe is true, what you expect to happen. Now, when you're doing the inner work and you're changing your thoughts and you're focused on having what you want, do you have to have all of those feelings in order for shit to change? No. And that's where I feel like it's hard. It was hard for me in the beginning to really grasp it and understand it, was because it's like so different than anything I was fucking taught. I was taught to work hard and things don't come easily, and I never was taught anything that my mindset has anything to do with it. But if you start studying success and successful people, they all have the mindset of success. All of them. I knew this was going to happen. The end. I didn't know how, I didn't know when, I didn't know why, but I knew it would happen because they decided it would. And until you decide that you're going to get what you fucking want, regardless of the circumstances, I don't give a shit if you just got something that you feel is the exact opposite of your manifestation. Because you don't control the how. You don't get to choose how or when shit comes. I don't know what to fucking tell you. That's part of how this works. All you do is control this. And you're unwilling to do that, and that's why it doesn't work. Because you're too attached to your 3D to do the work you need to do. Because if something happens, you're doing the work and you're doing it perfectly, and something happens in your 3D that is the opposite. Like I said in my last video, you're the one putting meaning to it. You're the one deciding that this is the opposite, and because it's the opposite, this couldn't possibly be me getting what I want. And the law is working perfectly because you then took your movement as a bad thing and something you didn't want, and now you're a victim and you're not going to get what you want, and you're stewing and spiraling in that, and you're going to get more of that shit until you get back up, dust yourself off, and get back to fucking focusing on your affirmations, focusing on choosing to think that things are the way you want them to be, telling yourself that I don't know how, but this is part of me getting what I want. Until you change that mindset, it's not going to fucking work for you. Which means it's working perfectly because it's a mirror of what you dominantly tell yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light.